Holy shit. 4th time's a charm. I could not get the chat to work. It was not like working. It was being stupid. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this bad boy going. Set up our arrival, which is 2 on the left. Hot Rod 2 subway. Man, that was just annoying, man. Like, for some reason my chat was just not working. Alright, so everything looks good there. We got a duplicate waypoint. We want to get rid of that. We don't want two waypoints that can create some issues. Alright, everything looks pretty decent there. We got another double waypoint. That. Alright. So we're ready to go and get this pushback going. We gotta start the APU up real quick. Man, that was wild. I just could not get the shit to work. But now it's working. So we're good. We're gonna set our altitude up here to 6,000. Over here. Oh yeah, we gotta put in our departure. 5 right. Insert. Should have APU ready to go. APU is ready. Cut off external power. Set the flaps. We'll request pushback. We'll check what's going on around us. We'll clear. Okay. Put a beacon light on. So we are about to push back here. Let's start the engines. There we go. Oh, that's a beautiful sight. Look at that. It's taking off already. We're simultaneously pushing back. Look at this. go ahead and fire up engine 1. Armor spoilers. Ooh, going all the way. Roger Dodger up in the house. Welcome aboard, Roger Dodger, service to Detroit Metro. Well, I hope you enjoy the flight. We're just pushing back right now, getting the engine started up. And we'll call for our taxi and pretty much get this puppy on the road, or in the skies, that's what you should say. Alright, everything looks good. We'll cut off the APU. We don't need that on anymore. Go ahead and just stop our pushback right here. So this looks good. This guy over here, I don't want to go on to him. I want to have to figure. I'll probably have to hang a left over here, looks like. Go ahead and throw our taxi lights on. Go on our seatbelt, no smoking sign. Alright, everything looks good overhead wise. The Airbuses are pretty simple, they're pretty robust to fly. They're not terribly complicated. Oh, we need to fix this. Auto brake one is medium. Skid is on. Looking good. We're gonna cut this parking brake off. We're gonna hang a left here. Get the sound back up here. Turn the volume back up. Browns, Delta 4429 with Lima, requesting taxi. Alright, correction, we got Foxtrot, exit Romeo 3 to Alpha 1. Go 5 right now. Alright. We gotta pull this up real quick. Romeo 3, this was Romeo 3. I was trying to double check something without it on one thing, so. flying out of Knoxville, Tennessee up to Detroit. I'm not using real live time, but this is real weather. Flying at night, you know, I mean, it's cool sometimes, but I like to be able to see things. I don't mind flying at night in the night ops, but I haven't flown in a minute. So I want to make sure I get my alright, takeoff config is completely good. Port Tower 212, we'll see you, Delta 429. Alright. We're going over to the tower. Now I can use this as well. I can actually use this to change frequencies, which I'm going to do. And Knoxville Tower, good evening, it's Delta 449, short at 5 right. Turn this down just a minute so I can hear his instructions, because he said something but I didn't understand it. It's like, okay, I'll pretend like I understand. Oh, we got landing aircraft, okay. 5 right, line up away, Delta 449. Nice. Alright, we'll go back to got our clearance line of weight. Looks like a nice little CRJ landed. Not CRJ. Nice little small business jet landed. We're lined up. Five right, clear for takeoff, Delta 449. Sorry, can you repeat? Sorry, Delta 449. Thank you, we're Direct Tonio, Delta 4429. My shit was way too loud. I couldn't hear a damn thing. Alright, so we're gonna go, we're on heading mode right now, so we're gonna track ourselves to Tonio as we are in the, should be in the climb position on the levers here. Here we go. Alright. Alright. Oh, sorry, I was muted that whole time. Alright, I had a little bit of an issue there with the flight plan. As you saw, it looked a little wonky. Alright. Ooh, shoot, we don't want that. Alright. We're heading, hey, gamer, lamer. So should I say that in gamer's voice? Or the mayor's voice? Is the chatter too much? The audio or the ATC chatter a little bit too much for you guys? I mean, that's just, I'm on a, they do events, so this is like a, there's a lot of planes in the sky, there's a lot of stuff going on, so you're gonna hear a lot of other traffic. chatter. If it bothers you, I can turn it down, but you know. Oh yeah, the being muted and just talking away. Alright, so we're about to pass 18,000 feet, so we can turn off, we can put this to standard, or altimeter is standard. Everything looks good. Top of climb is right here, this blue line here, this blue little arrow. That's where we're going to reach our cruise. And then this gray descent down arrow is where we're going to start to want to go down. So we can land in Detroit. Oop. Oh. Alright, over to Indy Center 12422 Delta 4429. So should be in. We're just getting handed off, man. Like this is like crazy. Holy cow. Here it is, Indy Center. Indy Center, good evening. This is Delta 4429. We're just passing flight level 205 for flight level 390. Alright, we'll go to 370 Delta 4429. Alright, so you got us a little bit lower than normal. That's alright. We don't have to go to 390. It's only 2,000 feet difference. Who cares? We got some wing views here. Here we go. That's a nice little view. The Blue Ridge Mountains, baby. Drink a cup of coffee there, put it back, okay. They've made some improvements on this aircraft. They've made it look a lot like rougher. A lot more like worn out, like used and stuff. It's pretty cool. I was really, Gamer Lamer, I was really considering doing the flight with Meatwad's voice. Like, this is Delta 44 team name there, we got information Charlie funds. I'm here to the ground here at Boxville, but I park clearance. Detroit Metro. Imagine Meatwad flying a plane. Oh my god. Don't even want to think about that, man. Holy shit. So it was Tonio, Taft, then Hen, then Subway. But we somehow in our flight plan had Tonio, Taft, Hen, and then coming right back to Taft and back to over to whatever. It created all this weird stuff on the flight plan there. I didn't double check that. I mean, would they hand me over to Detroit Center if they're still up? I will do it in the Meatwad voice. I will talk. Because the controllers won't know the difference. They don't say, oh, this guy sounds like this. So right now we're over Indianapolis Center. I hope Detroit Center stays on. Looking at the map here where we are. good little ways. Decent little ways. Not too far. Not too bad. I'm looking at the chat now. Oh my god, holy shit. The pilot voice thing, yeah. I guess like once you do this enough, you pick it up. You kind of pick up how you. It's quick information, and you try to be quick and, you know, on the radio, you don't want to be having a long drawn conversation. At first, it's when you don't know what information they're telling you, and especially if you fly in different areas. Like we're flying in the U.S., it's a little bit. I'm used to it, right? But if I go fly in like Europe, on their network with their air traffic control, I have to deal with accents. I have to deal with different terminology and phraseology. All kinds of stuff. It's way different. Yeah, like the U.S. is what, if you look at the charts for some of the European airports, it's crazy. They got so many different. It's different. Like it's the same, but it's different at the same time. It's hard to explain. But like it's like integrating all these different languages and all this stuff into something that everybody can read and understand, no matter what kind of thing. It's kind of how it works. I don't think there's any other Indy centers on except this one controller. Oh, there's another one. There's two of them. But oh yeah, you're welcome, Chris Maxwell, the meat one. It's, I don't know, it's just something I've always kind of enjoyed doing. I've always enjoyed flight sim. I don't do it a lot. I haven't flown this. I haven't done this in like 2 months, literally. I've been busy doing other things or whatever, but I finally was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna do a flight. I'm gonna shake off some rust here. Not that I feel rusty, but it's like I haven't done it in a minute. Oh yeah, I've got the Honda Jet and the Sim. I'll fly that sometime. Honda Jet, yeah. I actually have it. It's a glass cockpit, so it doesn't have as many switches and dials and gauges and all that as like older aircraft do, you know. So it's very modern, very easy to fly. Not saying a plane is easy to fly. Like I don't want to like sound overconfident, right? Like planes are something that you don't just say, oh, this is easy, but you get what I'm saying. For like a small jet, it's very simple to fly and get it going, and of course it all depends on your flight conditions, but the thing is ready. It's a little jet, but it's not super fast, as fast as like a business jet, but it's like faster than like your like turboprop type aircraft like TBM, and they can go higher up too. And your pressurized cockpit without having the nose plugs in, like as in a turboprop, you're still in a pressurized environment, but you still got to have the nose, the oxygen going up through, like just like Judy Flatbeard wears. You have to wear those kind of things just to make sure you always have oxygen flowing to breathe. Do a little outside view here. Showcase. Yeah, man, it's like I could show you. Or if we have a little bit of time after stream, I can just show it, just bring it up. Whoop. Flight level 390 for Delta 449. Alright, so he kept me low probably because there was other aircraft crossing and stuff. And you notice you guys saw some chemtrails, right? Oh my God, guys. Oh my God, Jericho.
You know those chemtrails out there, and I can't believe it. Look at it right there in front of you. These chemtrails. You know, I'm just a guy. I'm just an old guy with a bone, man. That's all I am. Looking up at the sky, going, there's this. You know?
There you go, little Jericho. I want to do a flight talking like him, man.
This is Delta 4429. Now to flight level, climbing to flight level 390.
Oh my God.
I'm changing the weather. I'm out here planting seeds in the sky, man. It's all gonna rain down on you guys. Yeah.
It's like how much, if you think, if a plane was really gonna dust, okay, a populated area, right, and drop a bunch of shit down. First of all, okay, yeah, the aircraft can hold a lot of fuel and everything like that. But in addition to the fuel on board that powers that aircraft, you also have weight of product on board, whether it's people, cargo, or a bunch of poison. Why would you do that? Like, I wouldn't want to be the pilot with a bunch of poison right behind my ass, flying at 39,000 feet, dumping it. And why would you disperse it at that high of an altitude? Like, what's the point? It's just going to get lofted up by the jet stream winds. And you can see up here, you know, right now we got a tailwind of 30 knots, just a constant tailwind. It's a constant wind of 30 knots. There's nothing blocking that wind. It's just going, right? And it's like, what is the point? It's like crop dusters, they get low and they drop shit on the field. Dropping it way up in the sky is just going to do nothing. It's like trying to put a water, like you know how you can like kink the water hose and make it go misty? It's like trying to do that to a fire instead of putting the freaking, pressurized water on it, shit, right?
Now I sound like Jericho. Pressurized water.
I mean, I'm not like some Bill Nye the Science Guy expert on everything, but I'm just trying to think in a logical sense versus how he thinks, which is completely illogical. It doesn't make any kind of sense. Yeah. If I'm wrong on a subject, I will stand corrected, I don't claim to be the Mr. Know-It-All. It's like he talks like that. He has that arrogance about himself. It's like nothing is right, nothing is real. It's like he doesn't want to believe it, so he makes up shit to make himself feel good, to make his chat reinforces that, just like the J6ers in the freaking pots, man. They get that positive reinforcement of their delusions, and it's just a cycle. Alright, I'm gonna step away for just a minute, y'all, so you're gonna hear some chatter, but I'll be in earshot just in case they yell at me. Well, crud, they're closing. It's only 11 o'clock on a Friday night. Alright, so we don't have any frequency right now, any ATC to talk to, so I am back. And yeah, that's where we're at right now. But if Cleveland stays on, I hope they do, I want to come in as Meatwad. Yeah, on a virtual network they do, but in the real world, most of all the large stuff, yeah, they're gonna stay open 24/7. Now there's some smaller airports like that might be uncontrolled, that might not be operating at those late hours, like overnight hours, whatever. But for the most part, this is a virtual network, so people, it's like the controllers, those are real people. They're like, okay, I'm done. I've done this for 3 hours. I'm not getting paid for it. But yeah, there's a whole community, man. Thousands of people. And some just, they love doing the controlling aspect of it. That's all they like to do. They don't care about, or they might still enjoy flying, of course. They enjoy aviation, but they have a knack for being a controller. I don't think I want to graduate up to that level unless I'm going to do it in the real world. And in the real world, you get paid some good money to be air traffic control. But you also have a huge responsibility. Alright, so we're probably about 80 or maybe 100 miles or so-ish to subway. We could probably just go direct subway right now. Let's do that. So we'll go direct subway. Since we're not controlled right now, we can just do whatever we want. Alright, so it's doing its thing here. I think the FMS is trying to recalculate something. It's not turning the subway for some reason. Now it is. Okay. Holy shit. Let's do another direct subway to reorient that. Let's switch this off to heading mode. See, this is why you have a co-pilot, so you can monitor. You have one pilot doing one thing, one pilot doing the other, in the other seat, making sure everything looks good. Nothing is out of whack. Normally you're not solo piloting this aircraft, and this seat comes down too, this little booster seat back here. Guess it doesn't want to fold down. Oh, no, it does. Huh. Supposed to be able to click somewhere where it just folds down, but it ain't doing it. Okay. Alright, well, there's your booster seat that's not functioning. It needs some maintenance. I have no idea why it's doing that. Alright, whatever. Alright, so we're like 57 miles to Subway. And I'm hoping they stay on, because I want to jump in as Meatwad. So anyway, how's the weather out there, guys? Everything doing out there? Y'all caught Meatwads live earlier, didn't you? Same McDonald's. You like streaming from McDonald's. Actually, he did like a live before his longer live, and he was like goofing around with his camera settings or something with his screen. And if I can remember, he had like some crumbs in his beard, so he was eating before. I mean, he has to be a customer to be able to sit there and stream, right? You can't just go into a McDonald's and just sit there, you know. I mean, I guess he probably could, until they approach him, be like, "What are you doing here? Are you gonna order anything? Or how can I help you?" kind of thing. Kind of approach. I would love to encounter Meatwad in the wild. I mean, I would pay money to do it. Like, I want to do a documentation on Meatwad. Like, do like a, hey, interview kind of thing, walk around, tell me your story, tell me things. Because he wanted a conversation in his chat, but everyone's blocked in his chat. You can't have a conversation, it's just all the mods in there. It's like two people talking. I know it's the same as this chat. I'm not bragging about numbers, like my numbers or anything. I don't care. But, you know, he wants some interactions. Like, let's talk, let's have a conversation, let's talk about the weather or something. You know, he was doing that on his live, and I was like, you got everybody blocked. You let your mods bring in your channel. You know, I mean, of course, the people are being like terms of service saying horrible shit, of course, but people are just being goofy. Let them be goofy in their chat, man. It's YouTube. Get over it. Meanwhile, you want to build something and have people pay you to go places. You gotta have some sort of following. And some people pay these asshole dumbasses out there, these locals, to do dumb shit. See King Cobra, all these. You could be on that level, but no. I noticed like that his conversation breaker is like, how's the weather? What's the weather doing over there? Oh yeah, when he was going hard on those fries that one day, yeah, I mean, have you saw him eat pizza, right? You saw that, the way he was eating the pizza. Lost in Chicago, part 2, or not? No, street corn. No, sweet corn, not street corn episode. That one. When he started off at Trump Tower. It's like, you go to Chicago, right? I've been to Chicago, but it was like way back on like a field trip type shit. You know, I didn't get to go out on my own, go to Chicago, but it seems like these chuds, I've seen a pattern of this. It even goes back down to General Flynn. You know, they travel, they go places, they'll go to like Chicago, even like Trump himself will go to like some fancy place probably, but end up getting like the cheapest, shittiest food. Like, he went and got like train station, gas station pizza instead of, I mean, you know, pizza that was just like, you know what I mean by that, pizza that was just like sitting out. Like, he didn't order, you know, a meal or get something, a notable eatery, you know, a popular place to eat, or anything like that, anything unique. He just went to crappy gas station pizza, and then he takes this pizza. The first one he ate, I think it was like just sausage and cheese, and he ate it semi-normal, okay? Like you would expect someone to eat a pizza. It was meat wad style, so give him that. You gotta set the bar low on his eating habits. But he tends to eat fast. He doesn't like take his time and eat or whatever. I don't know. It's strange to observe, you know. Just very quick. Yeah, like, he needs to do a mukbang. Oh my God, a meat wad mukbang. And I even predicted it. Not to be off topic, but we'll come back to the eating the pizza. Actually, I'll finish eating the pizza. So like, he eats the sausage pizza semi-normally, very aggressively though. And then when he he had another slice. He had two slices, sausage and cheese, and then pepperoni cheese. And the pepperoni one, the way he ate it was very strange. It was very, I've never seen anything like it. He picked off everything, all the pepperoni and cheese off of the bread, off of the base of the pizza, the dough. Picked all that off and ate it very, very aggressively. And then he started just ripping chunks of the dough and just stuffing it in his mouth after. It was like he was angry at the pizza. He wanted to do some. He wanted to put that pizza to shame in some form or fashion. He did, even though it was already a shameful pizza to begin with. He did the dirty. That makes any sense. And I'm sorry for going off on this meat wad tangent, but yeah, he destroyed that pizza. Oh yeah, Cleveland Center is still up, and we just passed Subway. All right, guys, here we go. We're gonna do a meat wad call out. Cleveland Center, gave me this is Delta 4429, flight level 390. There you go. Delta 4429. Descend flight level 300, Delta 4429. Ready to copy. Can you repeat that arrival for Delta 4429? Alright, after holds Kraken 2 arrival for Delta 4429, and can you repeat the flight level was at 360? Down to 300, and the Kraken 2 for Delta 4429. Alright, so I had to kind of go back into my normalish ATC voice there because things got a little bit kind of okay. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and start descending. We got to put this into. All right. All right. So we're good. I gotta catch up on the chat. Holy fuck, guys. Damn. Yes, Chris, yeah. The Chud eating the pizza, yeah. He had like dropped a piece of it and he was like so aggressive with the pizza he ended up dropping a chunk of it, and the way he chews and eats, man, they look like freaking farm animals, man. It's like, bro. And he's like wanting to get an investment of MREs and stuff, so you can already tell they don't wanna like leave their camp. They want to have meals on site ready to go. They don't want to have to go down the road and grab something or have something delivered. They want to be very seclusive, which I find strange. Did you just say they were closing? Holy shit, man. I'm running into all the centers closing. And Cleveland Center, this Delta 449. Did you say you were closing? This is Delta 4429. Did you say you were closing? All right, Delta 449. I'm keeping them on. I'm like, don't say you're closing, bro. All right, so we can look at our bottom altitude here for where we're flying into Detroit, which is 7,000 feet. We want to be there. Appreciate y'all sticking it out. If they close ATC, that means I'm on my own, so I fly on my own accord and hope that there's nobody out there. You get on a advisory frequency and you're supposed to call out like, hey, I'm landing, or hey, I'm at this altitude. Enter destination data. Detroit 8 is. They don't have Detroit 8. Yeah, so if they close, I'm pretty much on my own. Yeah, it's like. So we're descending to flight level 300. You can see that right now where our altitude is. Clear direct Kraken, Delta 449. Direct Kraken. Boom. Anyway. Well, I hope you guys are having a great Friday night. Just to kind of add to what I was saying there. yeah, they're camping, Sherry and Chud. Oop. Alright, descend via the Kraken, 2 unrestricted on the speeds. Copy altimeter, Delta 4429. Okay, well, we get to go down fast, guys. So we're gonna put on, oh shit, 1 second. All right, well, we're told to expedite, so we're rolling down quick. Unrestricted, so that means we don't have to worry about any of the constraints. Now they're doing 3 right. We're coming in quick. Bringing that speed up just below the red tape. There's 2 other aircraft ahead of me landing in Detroit. I think he's gonna stay on and let us get down to complete the experience. This controller's staying on. He's being very generous, so I'm gonna give him props. Appreciate his extra time. Getting a few aircraft down. There's a few aircraft landing. He's like, all right, I'm gonna stick around and get these guys on the ground, and then we're done. So appreciate him doing that. Give him big props. Man, you can really see the smudges on this windshield. This looks almost as bad as Glory Beef's smudges on the frickin' honey wagon. Oh my goodness. Alright, we're gonna be dipping through some clouds here. So stand by. Alright, we're taking speed into our own hands since we're unrestricted, and we're gonna slow down right now because we do not want to be too hot right now. We're going full speed brakes right now, trying to slow her up as we get to the approach here. I think we're over Lake Erie, I think. Correct me on that if I'm wrong. Alright. Medium brakes are on. Alright, speed brake is on. Lighting lights and taxi lights. Every light's on. Okay, boom, we're good. Alright, So we're gonna bank left here. We want to be at like 3,000 feet eventually. We're looking good. It's a beautiful approach. Alright, so he should be giving me some instruction here to like descend to a certain altitude, like down to 3,000. I think he's gonna wait a minute as I get a little bit lower. Speed limit exceeded. Right now, 1.5. Fly heading 3206000 for final Delta 4429. Alright. He gave me those instructions as I was turning. I'm like, oh shit. Oh, look at this. Ahead of us we can see it looks like a nuclear power plant. 10 degrees left, Delta 4429. Down to 3,000, Delta 4429. Alright, this is where it gets good. Got some power plants out here in front of us. You can see some smokestacks. I turned the damn volume of the signal. I apologize. Down the whole time. Well, you didn't miss anything. Can you repeat Delta 4429? Alright, disregard Delta 4429. 10 degrees left, Delta 4429. We're slowing her up down to 210 knots out of focus. It's getting dicey. We got to slow her up quick.
$2,500.
I got traffic on my 2 o'clock Delta 449. Holy shit. Jeez. This is a moment. I'm gonna slow it up even more to make it easier. Flight heading 010, join the 3 right localizer. Copy that, we'll slow her up for Delta 4. Or drop it down to 180 knots until 5 miles for Delta 4. Right. Got the TBM in sight, which is right in front of us. We're keeping him in sight. We were up in some haze. We have the traffic, we're turning 2-3 right, we have the traffic visual. Fuel is inside. Maintain visual separation of the traffic and are clear to the approach for runway 3 right. Giving him some good traffic. He likes doing stuff. He likes helping people. Even the lost traffic. There we go. Alright, we're going to go ahead and drop gear here very shortly here at 5 miles. Three right, clear to land, Delta 442. Oh man, this is the beautiful part here. This is the fun part. Landing the aircraft. We are on the ILS approach, though. We're looking good. Drop some flaps in there. Drop that gear. Get it down just above the landing speed that we want to be at. About 146 knots. Cabin check. Boom. And then we'll do flaps full. And it's ours to land now. It's ours to either screw it up or do a go around.
1,000.
We are configured for landing. We are on the instrument landing approach. You saw that haze in front of us. The TBM couldn't see the runway, but I could. I don't know why he couldn't see it. Wow, this looks like below us looks like a horse racing track or something. I don't even know what to call it. I don't even know what that is, but that is very bizarre. Alright, anyway. Here we are on the final approach. We can cut off
400.
autopilot at any
400.
time. We're going to bring that speed back a little bit. We're going to let this thing bring it down as close as possible just to be safe. We're looking good. Everything looks fine. Landing at pivot. spoiler's not armed. Alright, well, spoiler is armed now, so. Cancel the autopilot. Then we can pretty much kill the throttle.
50,
And just let
40,
her come down.
30, 20, 10, 5.
First. Spoilers are deployed. Alright, we'll exit left here. Alright, and left to enable, and left whiskey to the ramp for Delta 449. Appreciate it. Awesome. We freaking landed, man. I still got it, man. It's like riding a god darn bike. Alright, let's clean up this aircraft a little bit here. Cut off that. Right. Cut off her strobe. Man, that actually felt pretty freaking nice. I almost wish like I recorded it. Well, I mean, I did technically on this, but I can actually record it in the sim and like go back and replay it. And you can see like what little things we have done wrong or didn't do right. Damn, if that landing was wrong, I don't want to be right. I'll pull up the Honda Jet just to kind of close it out. I'll exit this. I can exit this anytime, but I'm gonna go park this thing. Looks like there's a highway in front of me, like a semi's going by, which is this is like a traffic add-on I have, and some airports will throw that in there. It's kind of weird with me. Oh yeah, we were supposed to go via whiskey, but we totally fucked that up. We're just kind of doing our own thing. He doesn't care. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna disconnect here. I think we've done enough. I don't need to park the aircraft. I don't need to like show you guys how to shut down the plane. Y'all know that bullshit. I could pull up the Honda Jet real quick and throw it in a airport. I'll disconnect off of the VATSIM thing. Because you mentioned the Honda Jet. And I was like, yeah, I've got that. I was like, shoot, I've got the damn Honda Jet. You know what was a fun thing I did when I first got this simulator is I took a bush plane and I set it up out at the there's like a big impact crater in Arizona. I think you guys have probably seen it. I forget the name. I would have to Google it, but you know, it's pretty well known. And I landed a plane inside of it and took off from it too. I landed it in the thing and then took off. There was a bunch of us on like this online event, and we were just flying around weird places, and a bunch of us decided to go over there and do it. There was a bunch of planes. Someone was trying to land like a freaking airliner inside the crater. I was like, dude, you ain't doing that. I was like, that is not possible. The physics don't line up. You don't have enough distance ahead of you to land. You're kind of screwed. So yeah, let me show. See if I can find the Honda Jet here. This is a fun plane to fly. The politest plane. It's a aircraft, very nice aircraft, PC-12. 747, beautiful plane to fly if you want to do like a long airline flight. Or I even have the Air Force One livery. I can fly Joe Biden wherever he wants to go. Let's see if I can find the Honda jet. Let's see if I can look it up here. Maybe, do I have it? Honda. I think I might be confusing the Honda jet with the Vision jet. Hold on a second here. Well, I think it turns out I don't have the actual Honda jet installed. I swore I had it though. I could have mistakenly removed it, but it doesn't appear I have it. But it is something I can download. It's like it's like a mini version of like this aircraft. Let me pull it up here. Go to jets. It's like a mini version of this. It looks very similar. It has like the two engine, but yeah. Either way, thanks for y'all joining. All in this like Wyckoff style. We'll see you on another adventure. RV living, y'all.